of. Holy fucking shit. Freaking monster, man. Today I'm gonna take a break from teaching you how to catch fish and showing you how to cook some beautiful meals. Instead, I'm going to tell you a story you wouldn't likely believe had I not had the video evidence that it actually happened, as well as eyewitness account. Back in 2016, and by the way, the story is about Marlin, a huge Marlin. We're talking 500 pounds plus, and how I was able to put it on the line and put it in the boat. Very unlikely, because I'm not that type of fisherman. I'm not a saltwater fisherman. I'm a freshwater fisherman. So in 2016, I was doing really well from a business perspective. My business was growing, it was great, but I was skunked going fishing, like time and time again. Winter, summertime, just completely skunked. People were catching next to me. My friends were catching. I wasn't catching anything. This is very unlike my typical streak, because usually I catch, like I work really hard for it. And so in August, the family went to Hawaii, and I figured anything is possible, so I'll book a charter. And so we booked a boat from Honolulu Harbor called Maggie's, I believe. That was Maggie's Fishing Charter. They've been around since like 1950. Great company. And so we get up on the boat early in the morning. Gorgeous. I mean, gorgeous. The sun is barely up. The surfers are already there, so trying to catch the waves. And this is just incredible, shipping out from Honolulu Harbor. I mean, that in itself is a trip. And so I figured, okay, well, that's going to be a worthwhile trip. And so we go out. There's 6 of us in the boat. So once we sort of get on the way, the captain gathers us together and says, okay, guys, I'm working based on the lottery. So each of you will pull a number, and that means that would be the fish, your turn, the fish you'll get. So 1, 2, 6. And so everybody pull a number. I pull a number. Of course, what number I pull? 6. So I'm the last one out of 6 people to get anything. So we get on the way. We start fishing. We get by the buoy. They have all these honey holes, and we started hooking fish. Just a great bunch of folks on the boat, by the way. Really enjoyed the companionship, but everybody's catching. So there's tournament ladies, they really experienced, and the guy from Australia, and then my nephew, who was at a time like under 18, and that was the first time that he went out in the open ocean. So, and number 1 was cold, and we get this beautiful wahoo on a deck. Number 2 is cold. We get a 120-pound marlin. Like, I am just speechless at the kind of stuff we're getting into the boat. I've never experienced this abundance. But then we'd start to slow down. So as the day progresses, we get another marlin, we hook another wahoo, and it sort of slows down and it stops after 4 fish. And so after about 2 hours of literally nothing, the captain says, okay, we're gonna head in, and he turns the boat around and we start to head in, and then he's just sort of, they put out the lures, see if we can just grab something on the way out. And as we are heading back to the harbor, about 15-20 minutes into the trip back, where everybody's drinking coffee, was drinking beer and chatting, we sort of gave up on the fish. A rod hits big time, just sort of bends over and almost falls into the water. And right away, the captain stops the boat and just starts yelling, number 5, number 5, number 5. And that's not me. I'm number 6. But I turn around and I see, like, I'm right near that rod, just kind of happened to be hanging out there. I turn around, I see my nephew hugging the bucket and just having a terrible time. I mean, he's spewing his guts out. He just got seasick terribly. And so he's just kind of green and wave his arm and says, you take it. I can't. No. And so I get on that fighting chair. I give it a good tug, sort of set the hook. And I feel there's just very slight movement on the other end, meaning like it's not moving, but I can't move anything. It's like rock or as I told the captain, like it feels like a cow on the other end. And the captain's go, reel, 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 reel. And so I reel with all I got and kind of pull it up a little, pull the tip up a little bit, give it a couple of reels, and then sort of work my back for about 15 minutes. I'm sweating. The sweat is in my eyes. I can't wipe it. I mean, I'm hooked into this rod. This Australian friend helping me move the chair. The captain is moving the boat. I mean, the thing is happening. I mean, I'm fighting this monster. How I know? It sort of like just jets out from the water, pirouettes, and like I've never seen cows fly. This cow has a sword and it flies, and so it comes out of the water and starts doing all kinds of stuff. And those marlin, they have the carapace, and so when you hook them, it's sort of bone, and it's really not that difficult for them to throw it off if you give them just a little bit of slack. Well, this fish, this massive animal, was doing anything it wanted. It seemed like it was playing with me. And so that 16-minute mark, my arm is dying. Like I'm a pretty strong guy, and I'm essentially, my back is like, I feel like this is the end of my abilities, and the fish is right near the boat. I'm like, this is going to be a record time that anyone, anytime, anywhere pulled this kind of big fish this quickly. And then the drag is set completely, it's sort of locked, completely closed, and almost completely closed. And what I hear, every fisherman knows this, like, zzz, it goes out half a mile out, and it's just all that work is for nothing. And so I begin again, and everybody's yelling at me. The captain is rotating the boat. I mean, the captain did an incredible job. I mean, it was a team effort, no question about it. But for me, like, the biggest thing was not to give up, because it was sort of unbelievable how much weight and how much sort of muscle and just that wild power of nature was on the other end of the line. And I saw it jump multiple times, and this wasn't like, there's nothing filmed during the fight, as I was just obviously wasn't able to film. But 75 minutes in, I finally get him tired enough. We'll pull him close to the boat and just take a look. I mean, this animal is unbelievably strong. And so we got him into the boat. The one thing about that particular charter, I had to sign a contract that anything over 200 pounds, the boat keeps that fish. And so, it was 528 pounds after all, and that's without the guts and stuff like that. So the captain and his mate, they hooked me up with some unbelievable, like, fantastic all-you-can-eat honor fillets. I mean, I had pounds and pounds of honor fillets that we sort of ate sashimi and grilled and did all kinds of stuff with them for the rest of the week we were in Hawaii, as we were lucky enough to rent a house, and so we did a lot of cooking with those fillets. But I guess what I'm trying to say, and my nephew, he was happy for me. I mean, he knows he missed a big opportunity, but he was happy for me because, I mean, he told me right away, it's like, Alex, there's no way on earth I would have been able to get that fish and put her in a boat. And so I guess this story is fascinating, that sometimes when you experience this streak of unbelievable, just bad things happening to you, or you're getting skunked while fishing, or things are not working out at work, or whatever the case is, there's that spike that's going to take you up next level. So you just storing up goodwill for your next spike. So believe in that. And if you like the story, let me know. I can do more of those from the studio. And of course, do me a favor and click like on this video and subscribe to Catch Fish Be Happy on Instagram as well as on YouTube. Thank you very much for watching. Catch fish, be happy.